Welcome back. This week, I have been talking to my Patreon group about how we face the big, hard, scary things in life. In fact, I was talking to them about that last week, and then a few days later, life decided to test me by throwing me a really big, scary thing challenge that, frankly, I don't want to look at, I don't want to know about, I don't want to face it, I don't want to fix it. So it's to do with a family issue, and seriously, I just don't want to do it. And then I started to question myself. It's like, well, which aspects of me don't want to do it and why? And which aspects of me do want to face those big, hard, scary things that we think we can't do? And how am I going to do that from a place of authenticity? And I was chatting to my lovely friend Marie yesterday, and she is such a blessing to me because she reflected back to me that I had slipped into old patterns of harshness and judgmental perfectionism. And it's like, come on, Crystal, you can do this. Put your big girl panties on and get out there and just sort this fucking thing out, you know? And it's like, oh, yeah, but there's this little other part of me in there that's going, no, I don't want to do it. So I just felt that was such a blessing at the end of our conversation yesterday because I was going back and forward between these two aspects of myself, but once again, trying to come to a really challenging situation, not from my authentic self, but from an old pattern of the past. So it's like I woke up this morning and thought, okay, beautiful. I've got the guidance and the information. Now, how am I going to tackle that today? So, first of all, I took some action steps. What step made my mind up about something I couldn't make my mind up about and took a big action step towards resolving this situation. So that felt good. And then it was like, all right, how am I going to actually nurture myself compassionately and kindly through this situation today? And the answer that came to me was I'm going to make a page for my art journal. So I'm going to share that with you because, frankly, for me as an artisan, when I'm feeling this level of internal challenge and I'm really wobbly, I can't create, I can't work on my pieces. One, I don't want to be stitching that energy into my creative pieces. And two, I just can't push this level of intensity down in order to create at my highest level of professionalism, which for me I require in my work. So, art journaling, page for my art journal is the key. So, I am going to make a new page with this lovely painted silk that I did ages ago. And this is actually some paper from some botanic printing I did, and you put paper in between, and I got this lovely print here and some lovely muted colors. But what I also like about it is I got some bits of shit, as I call them. They're not shit clearly, but it was just some muck that came out of or got stuck on there from the nature bits. And I thought this piece real and this piece of fabric really really indicate how I'm feeling today. Really wobbly and really yucky inside. So, my coping tool for today is I'm going to play with all these lovely bits. I'm going to use some soft net, some lace. I found this lovely feather. So I'm going to put that in there and I'm going to do layers. I'm going to layer stuff up and have bits poking out. And I'm not going to put too much on here. This is an old letter from someone in my grandma's family, actually. So, because this is a family issue, I wanted to weave some kind of, family element into here. Um, and yeah, I don't quite know where this is going to go, but what I do know is that I am going to give myself a couple of hours this afternoon to stitch through this. I'm feeling normally I'd hand stitch, but I think I'm going to machine stitch today, because that just feels right and interesting. And I'm just going to give myself time to, play with these different elements and see where they fit. Do I want to cover that yucky shit up? Which would be my normal way of dealing with things in life. And then it's like, well, no, that's what being authentic is about. It's looking at the shit in the eye and facing it and knowing that I can face it. Um, yeah. So that's where I'm going to go with this. And it feels really good. So I'm not intending to create my normal, work of art kind of thing. It's going to be, yep, I am just going to work on this and process my emotions as I do it. I will journal with it afterwards, of course, and just give myself the gift of kindness and compassion. And as I'm stitching this, I'm going to be really tapping in to my internal guidance system and saying, all right, instead of slipping back into old coping patterns of the past, which is what I had been doing, how can I face this big, scary thing that's really hard that I don't want to do, but do it from a place of genuine authenticity? And I can't quite answer that right now, but I feel that working on this piece for my art journal is going to be the next step in giving me those answers. And the fact that I've chosen today to stop working and actually take the time and give myself the time to do this is step number one. Step number two will be processing through it as I stitch. I'm sure more guidance will come up. And step number three is to spend some extra time in meditation. And if I can do that outside in nature, the weather's looking pretty good today, I should be able to go out there and gift myself that space for my authentic creative self to show me and tell me step by step how I can navigate through this big, scary, hard thing that I don't want to do. And at the end of it, regardless of the outcome of either my journal page or the outcome with the situation, what I will have is the trust. I will have built self-trust within me. I will have gained confidence in myself, and I will have learned how to cope with big, scary, hard things in a way that's authentic for me that I've never been able to do before. And that makes me feel really excited about facing this particular challenge. I hope this video helps you and encourages you and inspires you to find that place within you. How would your authentic self show up and deal with something that's pretty big that you don't really want to deal with, that normally you would just push down and ignore because it's like, ooh, don't want to go there. But I believe in me. I'm a little wobbly. I'm pretty scared. I'm fucking scared if I'm going to be really honest. But that doesn't mean we can't do it. And we can't do it authentically, because we can. So I'm believing in myself and I'm believing in you. Until next time, be kind and compassionate to yourself.